Food insecurity is a growing problem on college campuses. The help you can find right here at Point Park.
And it's a major benefit for new mothers. The order just passed by Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto. Point News starts now.
Live from the Point Park University Broadcast Center in downtown Pittsburgh, this is Point News.
Good afternoon, I'm Wyatt Cree.
And I'm Jess Paterchak, and we need to get some straight to breaking news out of Pitt's campus. The University of Pittsburgh just fired their women's basketball coach, Susie McConnell-Sierro. Pitt making the announcement just weeks after men's basketball coach Kevin Stallings was also fired. Pitt's women's basketball team went 10-20 overall this past season and 2-14 in ACC play. In a statement, Pitt's Director of Athletics, Heather Like, thanks McConnell-Sierro for her contributions to the school and wishes her well in the future.
And another developing story from Pitt's campus. A student athlete at the school being treated for a possible case of bacterial meningitis. Pitt said anyone who was in contact of that athlete was given a dose of a preventive antibiotic in what they call, an abundance of caution. Officials have given no reason to think there's any impact on our own campus here at Point Park. So you're probably wondering, what are some of the symptoms of meningitis? We turn to the Mayo Clinic for some answers. They include a sudden high fever, stiff neck, a headache with nausea or vomiting, and a lack of appetite. We'll continue to follow this developing story and let you know what happens.
And the number of breastfeeding mothers in the workplace is increasing. According to the CDC, approximately 70% of employed mothers with children younger than 3 work full-time. According to a City of Pittsburgh news release, Mayor Bill Peduto is looking to ensure equality by issuing an executive order to install lactation rooms for mothers breastfeeding in both the City-County building and the John P. Robbins Civic building.
Pittsburgh Mayor Bill Peduto has issued an executive order giving what's called paid safe leave for City of Pittsburgh employees facing domestic abuse. According to an email from the mayor's office, the new executive order will give any city employee who is abused a paid leave. In the email, Mayor Peduto said, quote, "It is critical that we provide our most vulnerable city employees with needed resources to address these life-threatening circumstances. This policy will take effect for all union and non-union city employees." And now we turn to reporter Nicole Paxinos for a look at how self-image impacts your overall health.
Throughout the years, many people have struggled with dieting, body image, and even body positivity. But luckily this week is National Public Health Week across the globe.
Struggling with these issues can definitely become a huge impact on your life and how you treat your own body.
With the extra skin, with losing weight so fast, you obsess over the way you look.
According to healthresearchfunding.org, 80% of women say celebrities in the public eye make them feel insecure.
I've struggled with my eating habits, like not eating. I've struggled with workout obsessions.
Although most women and also men go through body image struggles in their life, there are many ways to overcome them.
According to the Park Nicolette Melrose Center, over 50% of Americans aren't happy with their current weight, and 70% of women wish they were thinner.
I don't even drink juice because of the calories, the sugar. The only thing I'll drink is water.
Staying in shape and living a healthy lifestyle can just start with a simple walk during your lunch hour, or even picking a salad over a slice of pizza.
Surrounding yourself with people that also feel good about themselves and talk good about themselves is really important, because if other people are talking bad about themselves, it just kind of rubs off on you.
Studies have shown that eating the right foods or even going on a bike ride can boost your mood and the overall quality of your life.
This year's National Public Health Week theme is Healthiest Nation 2030, changing our future together. Reporting from Point Park University here in downtown Pittsburgh, I'm Nicole Paxinos for Point News.
How are the Pirates doing in the opening season, and what Wilmington, Delaware native won MVP at this year's championship?
That and more when Point News returns.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look, of somebody who needs you. When you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you
Spending just 7 minutes climbing stairs each day cuts your risk of a heart attack in half over 10 years. Sure, elevators are convenient, but you burn twice the number of calories just going upstairs than you do while jogging. Think about how long you spend waiting for elevators. The average person spends the equivalent of 2 years waiting for elevators over the course of their lifetime. Don't let that be you. Save time and increase energy. Next time, take the stairs.
Let's go.
Welcome back. The Pirates kicked off the season with a winning streak, but could they keep it up?
Right now, sports reporter Julie Gernick has everything you need to know about everything going on right now in the world of sports. Julie?
Thank you, Jess. The Pittsburgh Pirates are on a hot streak to open up the season. They're sitting in first place in the National League Central with a record of 4-1. Sterling Marte, Josh Harrison, Gregory Polanco, and Josh Bell have been clicking on all cylinders almost to make some forget about the departure of Andrew McCutchen. The Cincinnati Reds come to town tonight. First pitch is around 7:05. Though the season did not start the way they wanted, the Penguins have clinched a playoff spot, and well, could a three-peat be in the works? With a 5-2 win over the Canadiens, the Penguins are now headed to the playoffs. This is the 12th time in franchise history that the Penguins will see postseason play. Center Evgeny Malkin is leading the team, with 96 total points, followed by Phil Kessel with 87 and Sidney Crosby with 86. Puck drops tonight at 7 as the Penguins take on the Blue Jackets. The Villanova Wildcats are champions. They crushed the Michigan Wolverines 79-69 in the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Sophomore guard Dante DiVincenzo scored 31 of the Wildcats' points. The Delaware native was named MVP of the game, along with a large number of points DiVincenzo put up. He put up 5 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 2 assists. This is their third win. The other coming in 1985 and 2016. Well, we'll be back with more news in 2 minutes.
You'll ever do.
What's one word to describe CAB?
Welcoming.
Community.
Creative.
Experiences.
Family.
Openness.
Pineapple.
The Campus Activities Board is a student-run organization that consists of 7 different committees. Each focuses on event planning, marketing, and administrative activities. Join us in organizing the juiciest events on campus, from late-night bingo to festive dances to our team bonding meetings. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Point Park Cap, or like us on Facebook at Campus Activities Board at Point Park University.
Good evening and welcome to Newsnight. I'm Josh Troop alongside Jess Paterchak.
Defending his decision to kick out 15 Cuban diplomats from the United States.
Thanks, Allison. Fitness on Demand has returned to Point Park.
Residents fear that Mount Agung will have a repeat of 1963's eruption.
Two-star NFL quarterbacks made the headlines this week after wrapping up.
Thank you so much for joining us this evening. That's your news tonight. For Nick Tomarello, I'm Alex Grubbs. Have a great night.
Welcome back to Point News. Let's see what the weather has in store for the Pirate games coming up this weekend.
And that's right, Wyatt. So on today we have a high of 47 and a low of 36 with a 20% chance of precipitation. So make sure you break out those windbreakers, rain boots, because there is some chance for some showers today. And what's it good for the next one?
Well, coming up Friday and Saturday for the weekend, we will have a high of 51, giving you finally a little bit more spring. However, precipitation of 60% chance, so if you're going to the game, bring a poncho, bring an umbrella. Saturday, a little colder with a high of 39 and a low of 23, precipitation 20%. And Jess, how do we round out the weekend?
And yeah, to wrap up the rest of the weekend, we have a high of 44 and a low of 30 with 0 precipitation. So that's hopefully spring coming here and maybe not so many April showers as we close this weekend.
Awesome.
Yeah, so as we find out what's been happening and going on with commuting students and what has been plaguing them.
Also, did you know that food insecurity is prevalent amongst college students? Coming up on Point News.
You, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me. Oh. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. 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 I'd wanna be.
Spending just 7 minutes climbing stairs each day cuts your risk of a heart attack in half over 10 years. Sure, elevators are convenient, but you burn twice the number of calories just going upstairs than you do while jogging. Think about how long you spend waiting for elevators. The average person spends the equivalent of 2 years waiting for elevators over the course of their lifetime. Don't let that be you. Save time and increase energy. Next time, take the stairs.
Let's go. Ow.
Welcome back. I went around campus speaking with commuting students about an issue that is plaguing them. Commuting is very common for Point Park students. In fact, according to the university fact sheet, about 75% of students commute to campus every day. Now, with the spring semester coming to a close comes opportunity for housing selection with your preferred mode of transportation. Those who commute have a number of ways to get to class, one being Port Authority buses and the light rail.
Yeah, so Port Authority offers more than 100 bus routes. Light rail to downtown from as far as South Hills. Our service area includes more than 200 miles, and we offer service 7 days a week.
Students who drive to campus have limited options when it comes to parking.
We've parked at the wharf, but most of the time the wharf floods, and it's $10 cash. You can't pay with card at all. So if I want to park at the wharf, I have to have cash on me at all times. If I want to park, that red garage is lease only at this point, and by the time I get here for my classes, it's full.
Now, right behind me is the entrance to Pioneer Hall, where Amanda Anderson, the Director of Student Life and Commuter Resources, office is. Now, Amanda lists suggestions for students that are looking for both on and off-campus housing.
So if you want to have a monthly payment, great. But if you're only commuting to campus 2 days, 3 days a week, I think you're overpaying for the parking.
But we're students, we're paying to be here. I think they should be more willing to accommodate different types of commuting and kind of put the resources out there a little bit more.
According to the American Community Survey drawn by the U.S. Census Bureau back in 2010, 76% of workers who drove and commuted to work reported that they drove alone. Now, housing selection will be occurring for Point Park University's campus this week. Reporting in the Student Center for Point News, I'm Jess Paterchak. According to Pittsburgh Department of Public Works, officials say street cleaning will resume the first week of April. Enforcement officers will issue warnings for parking violations during street cleaning hours up until April 15th. Tickets will be issued to violators starting April 16th. According to the Pittsburgh Parking Authority, tickets for parking on the street during cleaning hours are $30. The street cleaning schedule for downtown occurs during overnight hours twice a week.
Monday was National Autism Awareness Day, and to commemorate that, the Future Educators of America at Point Park threw a fundraiser to donate to the Autism Society. According to the club secretary, Madison Gray, the reason that this club put together this event is to focus on inclusion in the classroom. They chose to donate to the Autism Society because 94% of the proceeds they receive go towards grants, education, and advocacy. The Future Educators of America accepted donations in Lawrence Hall lobby from Point Park students for this event. And the numbers are staggering. Nearly 1 in 7 people in Allegheny County experience food insecurity. But there's help right here on Point Park's campus. Point News reporter Sarah Macklin takes a look.
According to Feeding America, 1 in 10 U.S. adults seeking assistance from the Food Bank Network is a student, and about 31% of those students reported having to choose between food and their education. According to the College and University Food Bank Alliance, 48% of students reported having food insecurity, which is the lack of access to enough food for an active, healthy lifestyle. Despite resources like financial aid and campus meal plans, students still find themselves without enough food, which can greatly impact their education.
Being hungry really affects the work that they're doing in college, and so it's really hard to be a good student and a good learner if you aren't eating properly.
But while the national hunger focus may not be on college students, the number of college food pantries is on the rise nationwide. According to the Food Bank Alliance, the amount of food pantries has increased from 9 in 2009 to 300 in 2016, and now to a total of 596.
Schools will call me and ask me, do you know anything about this? Is this really a problem? How big a problem is that? So we're able to tell them, and after being a little bit astonished, then people want to get to work.
However, there is still a significant lack of college food pantries here in the greater Pittsburgh area. Currently, there are only 3 campus food pantries in western Pennsylvania, but one of them is right here at Point Park University. Last spring, Point Park administered a survey to students to gauge the problem of food insecurity on campus. The results showed about 40% of students faced times where they did not have enough food for themselves or their households. In September, Point Park launched the Pioneer Pantry to deal directly with this need.
Since we opened in September, we have had over 250 orders for food from the campus community. So we consider that to be a lot, way more than I think we expected, but we're really happy that it's serving a need.
The Pioneer Pantry is partnered with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, which distributes over 25.5 million meals each year to people in need. But it is looking to provide even more, working to expand the number of college food pantries in the 11 counties it serves.
Right now we have probably 4 to 5 that we're in various stages of talking or starting action items on getting pantries up and running for them.
According to Feeding America, over 326,000 people in the greater Pittsburgh area are food insecure. But the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is working with local colleges to change that number. Reporting live from the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, I'm Sarah Maculin for Point News.
That does it for this week's Point News. Be sure to join us live next Thursday at 2 p.m.
Have a great week, everybody.